there's a danger of you not making a great first impression. When that phone rings and you answer the phone, that's your opportunity to make a great first impression. Do you realize that you have 3 seconds to make that first impression? 3 seconds isn't a lot of time, but actually it's probably longer than you realize. And you have 3 seconds to make a first impression. You better make that first impression a great one. You better do something in that first impression that makes you memorable. Now, you have 3 seconds to make that first impression. Research tells us that within 8 seconds, a caller is going to decide whether they're interested in doing business with you or not. What are you going to do in 8 seconds? What information can you convey? What's your behavior like? What's your attitude like? That they pick up on, that they can sense within 8 seconds, that's going to help influence them in being interested in doing business with you. Now, just 4 years ago, 5 years ago, that 8 seconds was 11 seconds. So in the last 5 years, we have lost 3 seconds in the amount of time we had for the caller to determine if they would be interested in doing business with us or not. So that 3 seconds to that 8-second mark is absolutely critical. What are you going to do to make a first great impression? You talk too fast. This is what I mean by you need to slow down. You answer the phone and it sounds like a fire drill. You talk so fast that people can't understand what you're saying. They're not even certain if they called the right place. They're not certain who they're speaking to. You need to slow down. When we answer the phone and we talk too fast, when we sound rushed, the message you're really giving the caller is, I'm very busy. And if a caller gets a message from you that you're very busy, then to them that translates to, they're probably too busy to help me. Why would I call somebody that's too busy to help me? So what you need to do is slow down. You need to speak slowly and clearly so that people understand what you're saying. So slow down. Now, this takes practice. It really takes developing that skill of timing yourself in how quickly you say the words. Don't be rushed. So, what should it sound like? How will you know when you're speaking at the right pace? And there's a way to know that. The easy way to know that is this. It will be uncomfortable. When you're speaking at the right pace, you will feel like you're talking too slow. So when you start to feel like you're talking too slow, you will know that you're at the correct pace. So stop talking so fast. I listen to a lot of clients' phone calls that are recording, that are coming in from their different marketing activities, and you'd be amazed at how fast you sound on the telephone when I'm listening to these calls. You have to practice. It takes practice, practice, practice. It sounds so fundamental. It sounds like, wow, it's just something so mechanical that I would do, that I've done my entire life. How can I not do this well? Believe me, you cannot do it well. And most of us don't do it well until we've learned. So listen to some of your own phone calls. You'll be amazed at what it sounds like. But slow down. What should the greeting be? Well, there's really 4 elements that are important in the greeting for when you're answering the phone. The very first one is an appreciation. You have to let the caller know that their call is appreciated. The second one is you identify the business that they've called. Third is you identify yourself so they know who they're speaking with. And last is your offer to help. So it sounds something like this. Thank you for calling ABC Auto Repair. This is Bill. How may I help? All 4 elements are there. The pace was correct. It wasn't too fast. It was clear. Everybody could understand exactly what I said. They would know that their call was appreciated. Why is that so important? That's so important because if you go back to what I talked about a moment ago in the marketing, everybody, all of your competitors, everybody in this industry is working very, very, very hard to get that customer to come and do business with them. They have a lot of choices. And because they have a lot of choices, when they decide to do business with you, or even when they decide to call you, you need to let them know that that effort was appreciated. Don't take it for granted that they called you, because they had a lot of choices. They could have called a lot of people. So let them know that that phone call is not only important to you, but it's appreciated. So make sure they're appreciated, identify the company, identify yourself, and offer to help.